Okay, so today we are diving into new territory because I'll be setting up studio lighting for my videos. So here I am about to overcomplicate my life for the sake of YouTube's glory, and you're gonna be there for it. So I feel like I owe you a little bit of a backstory. So usually I film my videos with daylight. It is there 12 hours of the day, it's reliable, it is just beautiful lighting. I'm using it right now as well. But what about nighttime? Because it would be pretty nice if I could film then as well. And yes, I use lighting during my photography, but it's different. Video is a whole different story. And you're gonna be there, my mental support, because at the end of this video, we're gonna have an amazing crisp setup. Or at least, that's what I'm aiming for. Okay, so to give you an idea, I am now in my bedroom. My bedroom is maybe 3 by 6 or something, so it's relatively big for a bedroom. But for a studio light setup, not so much. If I pan all the way over here, oh my god, it is actually a mess. I'm sorry, wait. You can see my desk. That's where I'm gonna be filming all of my videos. And that's where also I'm gonna be setting up my lights. So the setup needs to be somewhat small, not take up too much space, but yet be effective. So I did some Googling and I came across a 3-light setup. I think I understand the basics of the 3-light setup because we're gonna be needing a main light, which will be the most prominent light in this setup. It's also called a key light. Then something to compensate the massive light with, and they call it a fill light. It's gonna fill in all the shadows in my face created by the key light. Then if you know me, you know I love a pop of color, so we're gonna need an RGB light as a backlight. Now, most importantly, we're gonna need some lights. So I sat down with my friends at Tech and we have curated 3 lights that I think would work best for this setup. So let me introduce you to these 3 lights. Firstly, the key light is gonna be the G300. This light has 300 watts and it's incredibly powerful. And then I'm gonna use it in combination with a lantern softbox. Okay, I think the lantern is perfectly for diffusing the light nicely and naturally, and it doesn't take up too much space. Although, it kinda does. But that's okay. Then for a pop of color in the background, I'll be using the X60. This light has 60 watts. It's an RGB light, so plenty of colors to choose from. I've used it in so many of my videos already and it has never let me down. So this one definitely had to be in the mix. Last but certainly not least is our fill light. And I've chosen the C100 for that. It's the Cinebeer light from Tech. And about that light, I've got a little surprise for you. I'm actually gonna be giving away the C100. We're in the Christmas spirit. We want to give something back to you as well. So make sure to stick along till the end of this video, because then I'll explain the rules how to enter the giveaway. Okay, after all that talking, let's set up the lights. Oh my god. For your information, this is 1%. Yeah. It is just instant interrogation vibes, but trust me, we're gonna fix that. Let's move on. Remember we set up the lantern? That is just much better compared to this. Yes, okay. We're on the right track. I am forgetting an incredibly important detail, which is obviously we don't want daylight. So I'm gonna have to close this window. I think what really helps is that the lantern has a round shape, which means that the light spreads evenly around the room from a lot of different angles. But we're not there yet, because if you look at my beautiful drawing, we're still missing a fill light and a backlight. Okay, you know what I'm thinking? I might actually place the fill light on a little tripod, just a small one, so I can place it on my desk. Because then it also doesn't take up too much space in my room, because to be honest, I don't have space for another tripod. This is just the fill light, the C100 coming from the right side. This is just the key light, and this is what happens when I add the fill light. I feel like light actually works as if you're drawing or painting. Because we have a subject. Okay, I want to have a little bit more light here on the side. Fill it in a little bit with an extra light. Because let's be honest, I feel like there is so much to learn about lighting and it is so intimidating sometimes. And I'm like, where do I start? But I think we're on the right track. I forget to tell you something. Something I think is awesome about using a key light and a fill light is that you get two little twinkles in your eyes. It is the tiniest detail, but I feel like it just makes it more satisfying to look at a video. There's a little sparkle going on and I look more happy. Although I am very happy, but I think you know what I mean. You get like these little Disney eyes almost. And then now our last and final step, which is the backlight. When I need a tripod, when I go on my travels, I bring this tripod. It is so light, and for a tiny light like this one, it can easily handle the weight of the light. As for the color of this light, I think I'm gonna go for blue. Just because I've got a little ambience light right here and it's sort of radiating orange. I actually made a video about this ages ago as well, about sharing the power of complementing colors and how you can find them, what works best. So if you want to check that out, I've linked it somewhere up here. Now it just looks like I dyed my hair. I think it needs to come a little bit more from the back. Now it's positioned on the left side of me. I'm gonna use this little diffuser because I feel like it's a bit too harsh now. It looks like I'm in a club. Let's attach this little baby. I shouldn't be doing this looking into the light. Oh well. But I feel like what would create depth is if my background is a bit darker than I am. So I've just been placing around the lights a little bit, trying different percentages, different strength. And I feel like the base looks good. I'm missing a bit of ambience, a bit of character in this frame. There's not much going on. It's pretty boring to look at, let's be honest. So one of my family members actually passed along these vintage cameras. I have no idea if they still work, but I think they are beautiful. And I think that these would make such a great accessory in the background of my video. But if you've got any knowledge about film cameras, please let me know in the comments which cameras these are, because I have no idea. I don't know, these cameras will always be a little... Oi! I think it's a flash. It just popped open. I think I pressed something. And there you have it, my first attempt at a 3-light studio setup. It's definitely not perfect, but it's a huge step up from what I had before. Let me know in the comments if you've got any more ideas on how I can improve this setup even more. You might actually help out someone else as well. And as promised, I'll be giving away a C100 from Sijun Tech to one of you. So these are the rules to enter the giveaway. Firstly, make sure you're following Sijun Tech and Cinepeer on Instagram. Then make sure you're following me on Instagram as well, at In Your Face. And then leave a comment on which type of photo shoot or videography shoot you would use the C100. And make sure to mention your Instagram handle into your comment as well. This way I can announce the winner on my Instagram story at this date and time, so make sure you keep a lookout for that. And just to play it safe, I'll also create a YouTube community post, so you definitely do not miss out on the winner of this giveaway. But yeah, that is it. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I also hope to see you at my next one. Okay, bye bye! Doei!